World Championship finals, and I've been lucky to do 4 now, and every one of those is special. Strangest moment goes back to probably my first ever season in 1992, when obviously I'm a little bit nervous as a referee. I've got 2 players who were very nervous, and when the player got down to break off in the first frame, he dropped his chalk, and then when he bent down to pick it up, he headbutted the table. So we couldn't start for about 15 minutes because he was in pain and we couldn't stop laughing.
Worst moment as a referee?
Probably having the streaker in the world final. You know, it's the biggest occasion anybody could have. The idiot waited for the 4th session, so it's the biggest moment for the players. And it was just an unfortunate situation. He thought he was being very clever, but you know, it spoiled it a little bit for the spectators and for the players.
Best thing you've seen a player do on a table?
There's probably been too many shots. You know, there's numerous things you see, but I mean, you know, from playing to a reasonable standard myself, there's been a few occasions where, you know, you're stood 3 foot behind a player and you actually want to say good shot, you know, because you stand behind them and see some of the things they can do with that cue ball, and it's just great to watch.
What's the most difficult thing, most challenging thing about being a ref?
I think it's the close calls. You know, the misrule is pretty much sorted out now. I think everybody knows where they're going with that one. But you do have situations with particularly push shots. They're very difficult to judge. You know, we're lucky in our game that the players do tend to help us out with them, and they're very honest. And if they weren't, I think it'd be a lot more difficult.
Top 3 players?
I think for all-round match play, back in the era he played in, would be Steve Davis. And then I think the greatest match player in the era he was in, because he had everything, was Hendry. And then the most talented player I've ever seen hold a cue is definitely O'Sullivan.